Hello, guys. It's another day in America, and we're still not on fire as yet. At least, not for some of us. There are some people who are feeling the burn in the economy already. There are some people who already lost their job. Well, there are people who lost their job very early. I'm talking about federal workers who got fired under the Doge Commission very, very early because Doge did very, very serious damage to families. I'm not going to talk about what they did to the economy because we're not going to understand that until there's a commission on Doge in a couple of years. But a lot of families were destroyed by Doge. A lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people lost their job under Doge. And because of those people losing their jobs, other people lost their jobs as well, because it doesn't just stop there, right? When those people lost their jobs, departments closed down, and the effects goes all the way from the top down, right? And the unaffordability crisis, it's not hitting all of us that hard as yet. We're seeing the price hikes, but we're affording to pay for things. We're seeing where our savings, I wouldn't say our savings, but we're spending more money on groceries and other bills. Electricity has gone up. Every other bill, even your internet bill, has gone up, because companies are taking advantage of us because of this. They're increasing prices based on everything that's going on, because they're saying that, oh, they're taking a hit as well, when they're not. You know, the internet companies are saying that without saying it out loud, we gotta raise our prices too, because we gotta pay for things that are tariffed as well, you know, when they're not. You know, price gouging is a very, very big thing at this time. You know, you go to the gas station and you try to pay for one of these things, air fresheners for your cars, and it used to be $3, and now it's $6.75 to get a pack of those with 2 inside of it. And 2 years ago, it was less than $3. You know, so price gouging is a very, very huge thing. For households like mine, just me and my wife, you know, we got two incomes. We're able to pay our bills and live, you know, basically the same, even though things are more expensive. But those families with 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, and kids in daycare, and kids that gotta go to school, and rent's going up, and the daycare is going up, and the wages are not going up, because wages are not going up, because businesses are not compensating for inflation and the heating of the economy. They are not compensating for that at all. And even if the government compensate the businesses, they pocket that money, right? They either reinvest that money or something, but they don't reinvest it in their employees. We eat all that cost, right? So I'm still very concerned. What me and my wife talked about is whatever money we have in the market, we got to take that money out in cash and suffer the consequences of not making any money. At least we know that we have cash. We won't lose our cash. We won't lose the cash that we have, because if that money stays there, and there's a downturn, then we're gonna. I'm not an economist. I don't really understand this stuff that much, but I understand that you invest for a gain, right? And I understand that if you watch the market and you watch the companies that you invest in, and if they're coming out with new products, and if those new products are forecasted to be a hit, and you invest in those companies, then you'll make a profit. Those are the things that I understand, right? So I'm not coming on here being an economist or talking like a genius. I'm not. I don't understand those things. But what I understand is what those geniuses are saying, what those economists are saying, what those guys who predicted 2008 another crisis are saying. I'm speaking from their knowledge, all right? And what they're saying is that we're basically in a recession, right? And the stock market is not the economy. We're basically living in a bubble, in an AI bubble. And what this AI bubble is a forecast of what the AI in America can produce, not on what they are producing. Like in Wuhan, China, their AI system is producing stuff. It's actually producing, it's building, it's actually manufacturing. Here in America, our AI is based on what it can do and not what it actually is doing, right? So we're investing in a fraud, basically. Well, not me, you're investing in what could be and not what is, right? And that money is circulating through the same hands. That's why even though people are suffering, right, and the economy is on fire, the stock market is not failing, right? And that's why America still have a certain amount of power globally, because they figure out a way to keep their markets turning. They figure out a way to keep the wheels turning. But if you got money in that market, I would advise you to take it out in cash, but I'm not an economist.